Hey guys, welcome back to Earthit. Hope all of you are safe and healthy. So if you're new here, do consider subscribing. If you've already done that, thank you so much for your wonderful support. I know it's pretty long as I have posted a video. So here is a quick Diwali product video that we can do, and it's going to be super helpful for us in our home, especially during Diwali, especially the first DIY that we are going to do, which is a candle or diya base. So since we have diyas that will leak oil or that will leak ghee, we will definitely be very conscious in placing them. So here this base is going to be super helpful. So I have used a wooden log, embossing paste and stencil to create the pattern. If you do not have any of these, it's okay. You can use mehendi stencils and cardboards as an alternative, or your old cups and saucers might be of great help and rescue in this particular point of time. Next one we are going to use is a 4-inch diya MDF poster, and I'm topping it up with a stone texture paste. Similarly, I'm using the same stencil, same color concept and smearing the paste, and once we remove, we have the pattern. We need to allow it to dry for at least 1 hour before adding any other detail. I'm using stick-on pearls over here. These are super easy to fix with. If you're going to use your Fevicryl or like glue and pearl method, that's going to consume a little time, but if you're okay with it, you can go ahead and experiment as per your style. So once it's done, I'm going to just allow it to dry again. Since these stick-on pearls are pretty easy to work with, this is how the outline looks, and I'm going to give it a coat of 3D outliners for a little more detailing. And once it's done, let's coat it up with varnish. Because if we are going to hang it in our puja room or any place, there might be chances for it to have dirt trapped and the pearls might come out on the future. So in order to conceal the pearls and the painting or the work that we have done, varnish is essential. Now the second DIY is ready, and let's move on to the third one, which is my most favorite. That's a DIY tray. So this one is a tray and coaster base. These are made of MDF. The material is called MDF, and all of these products I have got from Itsy Bitsy. This is a Decopauge paper. So the advantage of using Decopauge paper is it kind of is seamless. It works pretty well. You have in different sizes. This one is A4, so you can also print your designs or paint your designs in this particular tray that you're going to prepare, or any material that you're going to prepare. For the base, I'm giving a coat of acrylic color and pouring medium. Advantage of using pouring medium is it gives a good workable time rather than any other materials that I have worked with. I kind of love this particular effect that the pouring medium helps in giving good time. And next, for the coaster, I'm going to use this multi-surface paint, and I'm going to dab it with the help of sponge. Advantage is it gives a very seamless look when compared to the brush stroke, so you can easily compare with the MDF tray. It has a brush stroke, wherein this one it has a seamless look, so that's an advantage. And this is going to be the base of the coaster, that is the back side. So for the front, we are going to do this cardstock decoupage technique. So this material is cardstock. It's a cardboard kind of material. It's thicker than the paper, so it has its own advantage, which is it doesn't form air gaps, and it wouldn't have those tiny bubbles or air bubbles or tiny layers of sheets that's gonna come out as we use in decoupage technique. So we have to be a little careful while placing and cutting the sheet, but once it's done, it's going to last you for the whole life. I have used Decor magic glue over here to conceal this particular cardstock on top of my MDF base. Allow it to dry for 5 minutes before placing a weight on top of it. So in this particular technique, because it's a cardstock, I don't want to remove, like pull out, so I'm going to place a weight on top of it, and that has to be done only after it has slightly dried. Else what happens is it might move a little bit, and since the teapot is an intricate pattern, we do not want any messes in them. For the tray, I'm following the same color concept. If you're quick enough, use this technique of Decopauge, glue, pouring it throughout the tray. Else, do it layer by layer. Place a scale or a visiting card or any such thing to remove the air gaps. Allow it to dry for at least an hour before pouring varnish. I'll tell you the reason, because once the varnish is applied, it is also a wet medium, so the paper will pull out from the sheet. So if you could see, there are tiny bumps that's following already even after leaving it to dry for almost an hour. We need to be a little careful in this particular stage because this varnish again is going to last for a whole time, and the paper should not form any air bubbles. If you feel that there are air bubbles, poke it out with a safety pin or a needle, and then you can allow it to dry. After that is done, allow it to dry for at least a couple of hours before pouring resin. So this one is again Itsy Bitsy resin, and you will definitely have instructions in the bottle itself of how to use them. So once it's done, we are going to give a coat of resin on top of it. Advantage of using resin is again, it's not going to hold any stains. Like this is a beverage tray, so it shouldn't hold any coffee or tea stains in our pattern. So that's the main advantage of resin, and it's very easy to maintain as well. But yes, the MDFs we cannot expose it in water, but if it's going to be coated with resin, it definitely has its own advantage. And since this is Diwali, we'll definitely like good vibrant shades in our home, and for that, this tea coaster and tray is definitely going to be a great choice, especially in front of our guests and when we are going to use it on a regular note. Hope this video was useful. Meet you guys in the next video. Until then, namaste.